Hello and welcome back to Yugimenz. Today we are going to be profiling our Dark Magician deck. Basically Dragoon's Turbo with a access to access code talker. I mean, I don't think you'll be going into it much but let's get started. I'll start off with this deck box. My friend actually bought me this for my birthday, so I thought, show up, I'll make Dark Magicians. So let's start off with the deck profile. Of course, you play 3 of the big boy himself, Dark Magician. I like to play 1 Dark Magician card just because it's not so much a competitive deck, but it's just a fun deck really. I've got the red eyes. I sort of wanted to get the secret red eyes just so he could go there, but it's just too expensive. Of course, we've got 3 Magician's Souls. You sort of need this in the deck. It's sort of it's more competitive in other decks, but it is a Dark Magician card. Of course, we have 3 Magician's Rods. It searches your Dark Magician spells. It's pretty strong, and traps, which I will show you later. Sort of, I wouldn't really call it a combo, but it is something. For this, you need, your main goal is to try and get 2 monsters on the board so you can go into Verte Anaconda to get 1 of your Dragoons, hopefully live. Of course, Dragoons is pretty easy to out now, but can be quite formidable in the right matchup. Dragon Keeper Magic, we use that to obviously bring out Dragoons, but it's more so, it requires setup. You need to have Dark Magician in your graveyard for 1. Play this card as a nice wee tech card. It's not a once per turn, so I'll explain later what use it has. Of course, 2 Evac Feeler, Monster Negation, and also, I'll explain later, 3 Ash. It's sort of like the strongest hand trap, I suppose. Can be pretty devastating sometimes. Of course, I'm going to play solely just because it's also a Prismatic Secret to go with the Prismatic Secret Harpy's Feather Duster. They are nice cards. Polymerization, Magical Ice Fusion, Timaeus, and of course, that light's really annoying me, Ackler. Oh, okay, doesn't matter, we can't get rid of it. And 1 Red Ice Fusion because it's searchable off. Well, it's, if Red Anaconda uses it to summon Red Eyes Dragoon, 1 Upstart just for draw power, and then 2 Allure of Darkness. Sort of want to get spells into the graveyard as fast as possible. Maybe not turn 1, but some sort of turn. 2 Soul Servant, it's quite a good draw card, has a pretty good effect. And of course, 3 Magical Circle. It's one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen, to be honest. It's so simple, but it's just so sparkly. It's really, really nice. So there we go. Of course, it's from the set that when I first started back into Yugioh, it was Dark Magician support. That's what sort of got me on board. We've got 2 Eternal Soul, and our last 2 cards. I sort of thought about Impermanence, but Impermanence isn't really good in this format, and we've got 2 Magician's Navigation. Of course, this is just a rough build. I'm going to keep looking at the deck to see how I can make it any more competitive than it already is. Well, it's not very competitive at all. So we've got 1 Ebon Illusion Magician, 1 Ebon High Magician, number 11 Big Eye. These are just generic rank 7s that you can get into. 1 Access Code, Celine, Nightmare Unicorn, Phoenix. And I'd also like to ask, do other people sort their link monsters in their link arrows? I like to have 4, 3, 2, 1. As you can see, Verde Anaconda, Needle Fiber, somehow managed to dodge the ban list. No idea how. Probably want to reprint it. Dark Magician Girl, just because it's the alt artwork and it's also purple text to match my sleeves. The Dark Magicians, Dark Magician Knight, and of course the sort of card that sort of gives you some sort of defense. Red Eyes Dragoon, that is your go-to. If you can't get to that, then you sort of wanna. Whoops! There's all my cards shuffled up. So I'm gonna show like if you haven't already guessed what the sort of combo is, I'll show you what cards I need. Of course, you need this, and of course the good old Dark Magician. So it's not. It's very what's the term? I don't like combos that you sort of have to have like pieces in your hand, but of course you'd set this, summon out this, be good against graveyard reliant decks, and then summon out, where have I put this card? That's in Sorcerer, you can banish 2 from their graveyard, and then of course link these off for Halky Fibrax. It brings out, of course it's reliant on having 3 spells in your graveyard, so it's sort of a, if you can't summon any more Dragoons, this is the sort of route I would take. So summon out effect for that. I'm sure you know where the combo's going. It's these off. For Selene. And because this isn't once per turn, you could banish another 2 cards, so it gives you the opportunity, if you're playing a graveyard reliant deck, you can banish 4 cards, which could be problematic. And then of course you link off into your access code, and you've hopefully used Verte, anything. This is a last sort of ditch, clear the board and hopefully attack for game, so you could probably get 3 pops. It's not the best combo, but I sort of like it, so do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know down in the comments what changes I can make, because I'm not going to pretend that I'm a professional player, or I even know what I'm doing when I'm playing the game, but let me know what changes you would make to the deck and what you would change about my build, and if you think that access code combo is nice, or if you think it's trash, let me know. And of course, there's not really many locals here, so we're not really focusing more on competitive decks. Sort of when the Yugimenz get together, we just like to play fun decks, so let us know what you think, yada yada yada. Subscribe, like the channel, and of course, have a wonderful day.